Bring forth the girl.
Your Majesty.
Thou art pale. Has the pox succumbed to thee?
Nay, Your Majesty.
How many winters hast thou seen?
20.
Speak up, peasant!
20, Your Majesty.
20. Thou art seasoned. Henceforth thou shalt dine in my royal court. Thou shalt humour me, and drink from my wine, and accompany me in my bedchambers. Any disobedience, and I will have thy head on a spike. Understood?
Your Majesty will not be disappointed. Prithee, may I request permission to speak?
Go on.
If Her Majesty doth take my head from my shoulders, may I choose the spike?
"'Tis but a royal quip. Thou hast spoken in jest. Come, be seated to my left. Thou hast proven thou can verily humour me, sir." So, guess who has a date with Santa Claus? What?
Did you sit on his lap?
I met him at the mall.
I don't understand why Christmas has to be such a big thing. It's so commercialized. Like, does it have to start in October? Yes! More reason to celebrate. Harry said that even though I'm Jewish, we're allowed to have a tree. So we can celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah. Charlotte, think about all the deforestation from cutting down Christmas trees. Not to mention the endless supplies of wrapping paper, only for you to throw it out after such a short time. Oh, Miranda, don't be such a Scrooge.
Yeah! Don't you want Santa to empty his sack?
Biggs invited me over to his mother's for Christmas dinner.
Are you gonna go?
He invited me right in front of her when I saw them on the street. I wasn't gonna say no. Harry, you know we have that Christmas party at my gallery this weekend, right? And I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. Hello. Hi, Santa. How about that ride on your sleigh? Uh-huh. Are you gonna slide into my chimney? You're not? Well, I guess you're gonna have to use the back door.
According to a recent poll, the festive season makes single women in New York that much more lonely. Is it all those mistletoes that constantly beckon our call to stand under it? Or is it all those holiday discounts at TJ Maxx? I couldn't help but wonder, when it comes to Christmas, should we make snowmen or blow men?
So I was the original Voldemort in Harry Potter, and Ralph Fiennes called me and he was just desperate to play the part. So I gave it to him. But this is the costume that I wore to one of the auditions. My original interpretation of Voldemort was that he was more of a demon rather than a dark wizard. So it was more... more like that. I'm slightly disappointed. It wasn't the view I wanted. Originally, we had ordered a superior deluxe suite, and this is just a deluxe. But that's okay. I don't hold it against my assistant for making the mistake of ruining my entire vacation. That's okay, we don't hold it against her, But it'll have to do. But that's fine. That's fine.
Diana had this effervescence to her, particularly when approaching the media. You know, she was followed by the paparazzi her whole life. And so, you know, she knew them by name. She behaved rather coyly and rather flirtatiously. The Queen was a kind of woman that wasn't used to the spotlight, much like her sister Margaret, who was, in every sense of the word, a showgirl. Once the Queen actually got out of her dinner seat mid-banquet. There must have been about 50 people in the room. And she was so appalled and so abhorrently offended by the person sitting next to her that she simply left the room. It was incredibly awkward for the poor gentleman, who just probably got the fright of his life, just realising that he had made, an unquestionable, unthinkable mistake. Got up and just left. It was those kinds of situations where the Queen remembered who you were, and remembered your name, and remembered what you said to her.
Back then, cars would operate on the road, on the ground, as opposed to in the sky. And how you would travel from one place to another would be getting on a vehicle known as an aeroplane. Now, these things were jumbo-sized and could fit in hundreds of passengers. And there were 3 distinct classes. The lower class would take economy, and then the more privileged classes would take first or business. And it was really secluded back there. Not like in these days when you can teleport. 2025 was a year like no other. Back in those days, we didn't download everything that was available to us into our minds. They were on a special device called a smartphone, which was pocket-sized and was equipped with apps. Artificial intelligence is just beginning to take hold. Entertainment was really interesting as well, because as opposed to your TV covering the entire wall, they were on a screen, and you could actually stream different streaming platforms onto your TV screen and watch them, and you had to operate them with a special remote control. Not like in these days when you use your mind to control everything you do.
I'm a surgeon, okay? I don't have time to date. I save lives, okay?
I'm pregnant.
What?
Yes. I took a test this morning.
Well, who's the father? Is it me?
Don't be silly. Of course it's you.
My queen, we are but prey to the king across the sea. We must devise a plan.
Where shall my armies be arranged?
Beyond the moat, along the stoop of the gully. Nay, the king had this army venturing by ship. They will attack from the south. If we place our army on the knoll, we will have high eyes on the land. It is but a treacherous trap. We will expose our flank to the king's cavalry. My queen, what say you?
Have the kitchen empty the granary.
Granary? Your Majesty, I do not comprehend.
Silence!
Art thou dim-witted?
Set up the flags by the knoll and erect the tents. Dress the grain sacks in armor. Let them think that we are there, but we will not. When the king advances his armies to the foot of the hill, attack them from the east and west. Surround them. Encircle them. A worthy choice, your majesty. Dost thou think I'm a fiend? The king hath no army of men. 'Tis but an army of vermin.
So Dina is the protagonist of the series, and I often play her wearing a lot of red. Her main colors are red and blue. She represents desire and passion, and there's a real fervent energy about her, and she starts off quite vulnerable, and I think as the first season progresses, she kind of ends up as the stronger, more dominant one. We don't really know what Dina does for a job other than the fact that it's corporate. Rocky's got a corporate job as well. Some people have asked if he is like your typical 1980s Wall Street stockbroker. I think he's a little unkempt to be an 80s stockbroker. I think he's quite slimy. I often play Rocky wearing this vintage brown leather jacket that is actually from the 1980s. Rhonda's a really interesting character to play because her journey is almost the direct antithesis of what Dina's character goes through. She starts off quite strong and dominant, and I often play her wearing a lot of animal print. She's really protective of Adina. She's like a lioness with her little baby cub. The colors that I play around with Rhonda are purple and green, and I think envy is the driving force for a lot of what she does in the series. Al is the heartthrob. He's the one that we are all collectively rooting for unless something changes. When I first introduced him, I wanted to give him this sweaty, oily look that was inspired by the music video to Aha's Take On Me. There was just something really sexy about being greasy at the time. I don't know what it was, but I wanted to give Al that.
Alright, are you carrying any dangerous goods with you? You're at seat 48D. That's right at the back of the plane. Your flight has also been delayed by 4.5 hours. You're at gate number 84. That's a 25-minute train ride from here. Is this your only piece of checked-in luggage? That'll be $56,000.
How are you? Good. You brought the sun with you today. My name's Cecilia, and I'll be checking you in today. You're at seat 2B. You're right at the front of the plane. You get priority boarding, and you're also the first to leave. And your plane is on time. But first, please, enjoy complimentary drinks and refreshments at our VIP premium business class lounge, located right on the second floor. Don't worry about getting lost, because I'll be taking you there, if you follow me.
Lord Cunningworth,
Aye,
do my eyes deceiveth thee?
'tis I, my fair queen. Thine enemy is not as yonder as thou protests.
Thou hast sullied my court with treasonous filth.
Thy delusion, my fair queen, knows no bounds. The king across the sea ventures forth.
'Tis known to me, thou beef-rooted swine.
There will come a time whence your majesty's subjects will perish in a river of blood, and thou wilt be the cause.
How dare thee?
Behold, O royal court, we have but a harlot on our throne.
Shall I do the honors, your majesty?
Nay. We will not grant him what he so desires. Tie him to the rack. Bring him no food nor water. Make him lie there in agony until all the color has drained from his face.
Want to know an interesting fact about diamonds? They aren't just found shimmering and sparkling. They are cut and molded, shaped to perfection. They are the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Much like CeraVe, And I've partnered with them to tell you about the #1 dermatologist-recommended facial moisturizer. It gives me a radiant glow and shields me from the sun. And at night, I use CeraVe's PM moisturizing lotion, ensuring my skin is well hydrated before a restful night's sleep. The truth is, CeraVe isn't just another jewel. It's a diamond.
Hello? This is room 203. What time is checkout?
I'm sorry, ma'am. You have missed checkout.
I didn't understand. What do you mean? Hello?
I'm in town on business. I just wanted somewhere close to the main highway. I feel like I'm going crazy. It says there's an exit, but there is no exit. I'm sorry, man. I have to get home to my son. You have missed checkout. Please. You have missed checkout. You have missed checkout.
Please, please!
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me, I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away. They can beg and they can plead, but they can't see the light. That's right. 'Cause the boy with the cold hard cash is always Mr. Right. 'Cause we are living in the material world.
Featuring Daphne Courtesan, Dominic O'Leary, Felicity Carmichael, Sheldon Dean Thomas, and Paloma Diamond in a Franco Zeffirelli production. The Bakerfield's House, in theaters July 23rd.
Apologies, I'm just gonna moisturize my skin as we do this interview. Is that okay?
Paloma, some people have called you the GOAT of the entertainment industry. How does that make you feel?
Goat. Ah, that was the time I played a mountain goat in the film Shepherd's Paradise.
No.
It was...
GOAT, as in greatest of all time?
Oh! That's very flattering. I can't keep up with Gen Z slang these days.
The greatest actress, the greatest fashion sense, the greatest skin?
Well, I have CeraVe's daily moisturizing lotion to thank for that.
From the #1 dermatologist-recommended skincare brand, I get a 48-hour hydration and a stronger skin barrier in just 1 hour. And I've partnered with them to tell you how my skin feels now.
Smoother than a baby's bottom.
Well, did you kiss her or not? I didn't kiss her, Stacy. She kissed me. And did you push her away? I can't believe you, Archer! How could you do this to me? I mean, of course I pushed her away, Stacy, but none of that matters anymore because I love you. You know I love you.
All right, next up, we have Brittany. Okay, so Brittany, you weren't at the photo shoot. Why was that?
I had to go to the immigration office to get my visa because it expires tomorrow.
Brittany, it is not up to us to fix your immigration issues. Okay, you should be legal here. So, since you weren't at the photo shoot, we have to judge your body of work. It's fine. Brittany, why are you crying?
I don't want to be here.
Well, why did you come here?
I don't think modeling is for me.
Do you know what I think it is? I don't think it's modeling. I think it's the fact that you're not perfect. I think that's what you can't handle. And the most unattractive thing in the world to me is a quitter. And for that, you could go. All right, next up we have Whitney. Okay, so Whitney, you chose to leave the salon early. You did not complete the makeover. But the thing is, I wanted you to look like Mia Farrow from Rosemary's Baby. And this looks like Doogie Howser. Okay? You definitely need to work on your presence. I didn't feel that you Oh my god! Somebody call the paramedics!
Mark kissed Rachel.
I can't believe Mark kissed Rachel! How do you think I feel? I got fired today! You got fired today?
Tom's house was broken into, and he confronted the burglar. Wait, what do you mean Tom's house was broken into and he confronted the burglar? Oh, I see, you're trying to threaten me. You'll do anything you can to sabotage me, because let's face it, that's who you are. But sweetie, listen to me. You couldn't sabotage me even if you tried. Your arrogance is so potent, so stark, that you're blinded by it. You'll do anything you can to make it out on top because you're so desperate. Well, hear me out, sweetie. Don't bother trying to get off a sinking ship when you're already at the bottom of the ocean.
My name's Cheryl Morton, and I don't have a lot of time.
You're not from around here, are you? I know a stranger when I see one.
Trust me, you don't want to know this stranger. You got a lot of secrets. I can tell. Secrets don't matter anymore. What do you mean anymore?
It doesn't matter if I've done bad things in my past. It doesn't make me a bad person. I've always been a good person.
He's gone, Cheryl! And he's never coming back!
Why would he not want to come back? Why? You tell me!
You can't expect me to wait forever. You're the peacekeeper, aren't you? So what are you? The sadist or the masochist? If you had any understanding of knowing why I am the way that I am, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't. You don't owe me anything. What you owe is to yourself, and that's everything. If you could go back in time and change the past, would you?
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Motion Picture are Paloma Diamond, The Remedy.
I can't fix this. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think I want the kids to go through this? I don't.
Lorelei Lynch, The Last Train Home.
They came from the edge of the water. They told me where they were hiding. It was a dark room.
Jane Faraway, Matchstick Playground. You thought I didn't know about this? Sweetie, I've known about it longer than you've been alive. Justina Sorgan, Awake, Alone, and Aware on the Streets of Topeka, Kansas. Only the VIPs come up here. Are you a VIP? You sure look like one. Taylor Witherfork, Hail.
My God, please. Please, God, get away from me. Get away. I didn't deserve this.
But don't you take the easy way out.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? Damn it, what do you want?
I have to go.
For today's photo shoot, you are all going to portray different types of pests. Eva, you are going to be a ferret.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Yvonne, slug. Sick. Karen, a moth.
All right.
No way. Haley, a weasel.
Wow. Wow.
Jerry, you are going to be a naked mole rat, which you are going to be doing in the nude. How do you feel about that?
I can do it. You got this. You got this.
God, what were you thinking? She came to apologize. How long has this been going on? 2 weeks? 2 months? Our wedding day? Oh my God. That's why I couldn't find you. You were in the bathroom with her! Oh, for some stupid tramp called Adrian! It isn't like that, Stacy. What Archer and I have is real. Tell her what you told me last night. Yeah. Tell me, Archer! He said that he loved me. Do you believe me now? That it's real? We took vows! Archer! He doesn't love you anymore, Stacy. He loves me. First.
3、2、1、GO! 普通に。ダメ。セクシーに。ダメ。機械みたいに。ダメ。可愛く。ダメ。ショタボで。ダメだよ。イケボで。ダメ。ロリボも行こう。ダメだよ。
I met my first non-binary person today. I did. I was the person behind the counter. We were just discussing things, and I noticed that they had blue hair. Now, blue hair is, I think, a defining characteristic to someone who might be non-binary. I said, "What are your pronouns?" Because they find it respectful if you do that. And they, them. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that to me signifies to me that they are 100% full non-binary. Yeah, I said to them, I go by she, her. And you know what? I was so nonchalant about it. And they really do feel validated by that. You'd have been so proud of me. I was just so unbothered by it. I was so accepting of that person in that moment. I gotta tell everybody at church about this. You know, I'm so grateful I had this experience. I'd misgender her once. Damn!
তুই রাহাতরে আই লাভ ইউ বলে দিছস হ্যাঁ অভিনয় করস খবরদার রাহাত তুমিও আই লাভ ইউ বলবা না
বাসা নিয়ে গেলে সেন্সলেস হয়ে যায় বাসে নিয়ে গেলেই সেন্সলেস হয়ে যায়।
কি নাম আপনার?
রাহাত।
ভালো নাম কি?
রাহাত কি খারাপ নাম?
এই যে আমার সাথে নাইট ডিউটি করবা, তোমার আমার পাশাপাশি ওয়ার্ডে, আমাদের বারবার দেখা হবে।
তোমার নাইট ডিউটি তুমি আমাকে বলবা না?
তো তোমাকে বলবো কেন?
ও ঠিক আছে।
কোথায় দিচ্ছ একটু দেখে শুনে দাও।
সরি স্যার। আমি কি করব? দোষ তো তোমার।
আমার দোষ মানে? আমি তোমাকে বলছিলাম পেশেন্টের মাস্ক খুলে ফেলো।
তুই আসছিস কেন এখানে? নীললজ্জার মতো আমার বিয়ে খাইতে চলে আসছিস তুই? লজ্জা করে না তোর?
তো চলেন।
কোথায়?
তোকে লিখতে বলছি।
আচ্ছা কাজ কর কাজ কর।
আমাদের দেশে একটা রাজা ছিল। রাজার একটা সমস্যা ছিল।
এটা তো তোমার জামাইয়ের 5 স্টার হোটেল, ওয়েলকাম ড্রিঙ্ক দিতে হবে তোমাকে।
একটা মেয়ের বিয়েতে সিঙ্গেল একটা ফ্রেন্ড আসে না, একজন আসছে।
মিহির কাজিন, রাইট?
ওমা এটাও জানেন?
এখন রান্না করে নিয়ে তোর বউরে দিয়ে কাজ করাবো। আসো।
হ্যাঁ আপা নিয়ে যাও, মিষ্টিটাকে তোমার কাছে নিয়ে যাও।
চুপ!
এই কি করতেছো তোমরা?
সে ইনজেকশন দিবে না কেন? লোক কতক্ষণ ধরে?
ওকে ওয়ার্ড লিডার কে বানিয়েছে?
কে স্যার?
আমি বানিয়েছি।
স্যার বাসায় যাচ্ছিলাম কিন্তু আপনার সাথে একটা জরুরি কথা ছিল।
হ্যাঁ বলো।
তুই সারাদিন ডিউটি করে আবার নাইট নিছিস কে?
আরে আমি কি ইচ্ছা করে নিছি? কেন তুমি জানো না?
নার্স খুব কম, ছুটি আমি দিতে পারবো না।
না না স্যার ছুটি লাগবে না স্যার। ওই
তোমার যদি ডিউটি করতে করতে ঘুম চলে আসে আমাকে বইলো, আমি আসবো।
আরে না, বললাম না কমিউনিকেশন গ্যাপ হয়ে যাইতেছে না, যোগাযোগে ঝামেলা।
হ্যাঁ না সাথে আমার প্রত্যেকদিন নাইট ডিউটি করতে হয়, আমি তো প্রত্যেকদিনই করি।
বাসায় কিভাবে থাকবো বলেন?
আমার বাসায় তো যাওয়া যাবে না।